Good morning, everybody. This is Captain Steve Jackson with the Chandler Fire Department, and I'm here to give you a real-life in-person tour of our Chandler Training Center. The Training Center started in 1998 with this standalone building behind us, which at the time was cutting edge and advanced. 23 years later, we have a ton more stuff that we've added that I'd like to show you today. So come with me, let's take a tour. Welcome to Building A, also known as the EMS building. As we make our way from the front to the back of the structure, we've got classrooms that are now, and that's why we call this the EMS room, used for storage, and then we've got paramedic class going on right now. Chandler runs a paramedic program. It's an accredited program. It lasts 10 months, and we're using these classrooms now to facilitate that program. So if you come on inside here, we've got this room set up like a house. We've got a crib and a playroom in here so we can simulate pediatric emergencies, and we've got a living room in here with a mannequin, but again, all the classrooms are used for EMS stuff. One of the old classrooms in the back is our EMS supply room, and then we've got 2 bathrooms across the hall. As the department continued to grow, they needed a bigger building, so let's go take a look at what came next. So these buildings that are behind me here were established in 2005. They were the second phase of the Chandler Fire Training Center. We've got Building B, which serves as offices now for the captains and the training staff. Building C, showers, lockers, and bathrooms. And then Building D, we have a full kitchen. We've got 2 multi-sizable classrooms that we can turn into 1 large classroom or 2 small classrooms. And at the far end of the building, we have our tactical simulation room where Chandler Fire Department members can work on their communication and decision-making skills through digital videos and photos. Now come with me to the kitchen. And welcome to the original Chandler Fire Kitchen. Come on in. Over the years, has provided a great gathering space for all the new members of the Chandler Fire Department. As they're going through the internship and the academy, certain groups are tasked to come together and provide meals on a daily basis for the rest of the cadets or the rest of the academy members. It's a pretty awesome part of what we do in the fire service, and it's very routine on a daily basis on the trucks. So let's move on and go outside now, and we'll take a look at the original training tower that came with the original building back in 1998. Behind me is the original burn tower. We call it Tower B, or the Class B burn building. Was originally created to provide the firefighters at Chandler an opportunity to train in controlled environments where they could practice their craft. It can act as a 2-story apartment complex, a 2-story house, or the back side of the structure is a building with both interior and exterior stairwells where they can practice fire attacks from both of those vantage points. One of the more recent additions would be the additions of our residential and commercial roof props. Let's go take a look at those. With the growth of the Chandler Fire Department and the expansion of the training facility, the Chandler Training Facility actually became a regional training academy where we bring in other jurisdictions and other agencies can come down and use what we have. And there was an increased need for ventilation props or roof props. So behind me was one of the more recent additions where we have 2 residential roof props, a commercial roof prop with a parapet wall, and then a ground roof prop. So crews will usually come in, crews from all agencies will come in, and they'll start in the outside classroom here where they can show videos of existing fires or techniques on how to do vertical ventilation or commercial ventilation, and then they can actually just move their crews straight to the props and work on their craft. Now let's go take a look at the bay. Well, thanks for making the trek out here to the far southwest part of our facility. We have 2 new buildings out here, our 2 latest additions, and we're standing in one of them right now, which is our apparatus bay, which we call the West Bay. It can house up to 6 fire apparatus, or when we clear it out, close the doors, it acts as a big box structure where we can replicate a Costco or a Home Depot or a Walmart, anything really big where we need to do an expansive search and rescue. It's a climate-controlled environment with a dirty classroom, which means we can wear our turnouts and our bunker pants after we come out of training into the classroom, watch what we just did on film, reteach, and then go back out and redo it again. Now, we saved the best for last. Let's go out and look at our newest addition, the Class A tower, where we can actually do live burns. So here we are just outside of the West Bay, and behind me is basically the playground of our training academy, the bread and butter of what we do. And our goal here is to create the most realistic approach that we can to the situations that our members might face when they respond to calls. So starting on the far east side, we've got our propane car prop, we've got our propane tank. Both of those we can light on fire and have crews work on their approaches to those like they would coming off of a truck. We can go over here and our TRT crews can work on ropes and rappelling. We've got cement center blocks that simulate construction zones. Out here in quarter 2 training, we're working on vehicle stabilization, extrication, and car anatomy because it's ever changing right now. We're talking a lot about electric cars and how to stabilize the vehicles that we might approach on a car wreck with the tools that we have on the truck. But in the center of all that is the most amazing multi-purpose facility that you have. We can turn this in to a 2-story house with a car fire from this garage. We can turn it into a 3-story apartment complex. We've got a big box structure on the back side. We can have ladder crews go to the roof and work on vertical ventilation on our hip prop. There's just so many different doors and access points to this that we can create or customize the training to whatever the jurisdiction's needs are. Another unique function to this building is the fact that it has a basement. We have an external basement access, we have internal basement access through the west side of the structure, and then we also have 2 basement window wells that simulate real life. I mean, this building was built with realism in mind, so we can create and customize anything that we want for our members. I hope you enjoyed the tour of the Chandler Fire Regional Training Facility. I want to thank the businesses and the citizens, the community of Chandler Fire for making this possible. Thank you and have a great day.